Testing 1, 2, 3. Welcome in, everybody. Testing 1, 2, 3. We will get started here in just a couple minutes. We're talking early about. Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen. We are here getting ready to talk about what we are about this Black Hawk helicopter, the UH-60, and we welcome everyone here today as we get ready to talk about what is about the Black Hawk, Sikorsky Black Hawk helicopter this morning here. And this is day one of Sun and Fun. So if you guys are new to the channel, and we appreciate you guys hanging out with me this morning. So good morning, everybody. And this is part of the Warbirds of Fun, of Spectacular, and whatever you call it, this afternoon. So welcome in to everybody that is here, that is participating in today's Warbird events, which is most definitely part of the history of warbirds and helicopters and stuff like that. So we have our Black Hawk helicopter, and welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, as we get ready to talk about the Black Hawk helicopter this afternoon. So we thank you guys, and we get ready to participate. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's introduce to you the pilot of the Black Hawk. Hi guys, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Captain Ghost Rider. We are here today. Good afternoon, good morning, good morning, everybody. This is our virtual Warbird event here. Each day we have a different Warbird that we're going to be talking about. Today we're talking about the Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk helicopter. It is a military helicopter that was used USH UH-60M Black Hawk landing in 2019, and it was in service with the Sikorsky aircraft, United States Army, Republic of Korea Armed Forces, and much more with all that. So the Black Hawk helicopter, is always a leading aircraft, which we talk about the Black Hawk helicopter, and it is absolutely phenomenal, folks. Um, the U.S. Army UH-60M Black Hawk landing in 2019. Manufacturer of the Black Hawk was Sikorsky. Let's get started here. The Sikorsky UH-60 Black Hawk is a four-bladed twin-engine medium lift military utility utility helicopter manufactured by Sikorsky Aircraft. So Sikorsky Aircraft was the one that made the Black Hawks. Um, uh, you know, great helicopters. Helicopters are great, especially when you had the Black Hawk helicopters. Sikorsky submitted a design for the United States Army. So they submitted a design that they wanted to have a Black Hawk helicopter um, for flying in the war. So that's exactly what they did. They submitted a design for the United States Army's utility tactical transport. Uh, it was a transport aircraft system with the Black Hawk, and amazing helicopter. Um, Pretty nice. I flew. Uh, I would say Black Hawks are probably a very great kind of aircraft, including the helicopter range. For a helicopter, it's a pretty neat military helicopter, and selected the Black Hawk as the winner of the program in 1976. So in 1976, it was the winner of the program with the Black Hawk um, helicopter, named after the Native American war chief Black Hawk. The UH-60A entered service with the U.S. Army. So in 1979, which replaced the Bell UH-1. So UH-1 was replaced by the Black Hawk in that era. So um, entering what is with the Black Hawk helicopter. Tactical transport helicopter. This was followed by fielding of the electronic warfare and system operations variants of the Black Hawk, improved UH-60L and UH-60M utilities. Variants has also developed with the Black Hawk helicopter as well. Major variants include the Navy's SH-60 Seahawk, the Air Force HH-60 PAV Hawk, the Coast Guard's MH-60 Jayhawk, the Sylvian can't talk right now. S-70, in addition to used by the Air Force Armed Forces. The UH-60 family has been exported to several nations and produced under contract in Japan as the Mitsubishi H-60. Um, with that, now the development was in the late 1960s. The United States Army began forming requirements for the helicopter to replace the UH-1 um, and design the program as the utility tactical transport system program with the United States Army. Um, Also initiated in the development of a new common turbine engine. So, um, looking at all the Blackhawks, there's plenty of Blackhawk helicopters that would become the most general electric T-700 based on experience in Vietnam. So they were used in the Vietnam War. The Army required significant performance of the Black Hawk helicopter. So that is what we have there for the Black Hawk and the new power plant. The Army released its UTTAS request for proposal in January of 1972. Welcome in, everybody. Thank you for being here. We are talking about the Black Hawk helicopter. Hi, you sub. Thank you very much. Make sure you also check out my other channel, Ghost Rider Sky Thrills Midway Rides too, if you like carnivals and fairs. Uh, we do appreciate you guys for spending time here. And I think that the Black Hawk helicopter was a successful helicopter, and troop seats, dual stage, main landing gear was also part of the Black Hawk. Um, the develop, let's see, due to the weight increases from the addition of the mission equipment and other changes, the Army ordered the improved UH-60L helicopter in 1987. So they um, had more modified helicopters then, uh, capable with upgraded T700GE engines, gearbox, improved gearbox, both from the Seahawk and the Blackhawk. So they used the Seahawk, and then they also used the Blackhawk for the engines. The SH-60B's automatic flight control system for better flight control with more powerful engines. Uh, so I would say the Seahawk had better engines for it to fly, uh, better than the Blackhawk, and I think that uh, it was a great helicopter. The design, the UH-60 features four-blade main and tail rotors and powered by General Electric Electric T700 turboshaft engines, which was designed for the Blackhawk. Uh, the main rotor is fully. Uh, the Blackhawk helicopter series can perform a wide air, air, array of missions, including the tactical support of troops, electronic warfare, and uh, aeromedical evacuations. A VIP version known as the VH-60N is used to transport import government officials, e.g., Congress, for the Black Hawk helicopter. The Black Hawk has it is equipped with advanced avionics and electronics for increasing survivability and capabilities such as global positioning system. The UH-60 can be equipped with stub wings at the top of fuselage to carry fuel tanks of or various armaments. The initial stub wing system is called External Store Support System (ESSS). It has two pylons of each wing to carry 230 gallons and 870 left, and 200 and two 450 U.S. gallons, 1,700 L tanks in total. So that's a lot of tanks that they used for the Black Hawk helicopters. Um, Australia also bought an earlier model of the UH-60 in the 1980s. So Australia had bought the Black Hawk. Australian version of the uh, Black Hawk was the S-78 model, and it is a normal model that we've seen, like normal Black Hawks, but instead of that, they used the Australia also bought one too. A fleet of newer version of one in 2020. Australia has ordered 14 S-78s. So they bought 14 of them in Australia, Blackhawks in 1986. In addition, 25 Blackhawks in 1987. The first U.S. product Black Hawk was delivered in 1987. So the United States version of the Black Hawk was delivered in 1987. Produced 38 Black Hawks under license from Sikorsky in Australia, delivering the first in 1988 and the last in 1991. In 1989, the RAF's fleet of Black Hawks was transferred um, to Australian Army. The Black Hawks saw operational service in Cambodia, Papua New Guinea, Indonesia, East Timor, and Pakistan. And in April 2009, the Defense Chief Air Marshal Angus Houston told the government not to deploy the Black Hawks to Afghanistan. At this time, they lacked armor and self defense systems, and despite the an upgrade to address this is underway. It was more particle to use Allies helicopters in 2004. In January of 2014, the Army began retiring the fleet of 34 Blackhawks from service. Five had been lost in accidents and had planned for this to completed by June of 2018. The Chief Army delayed the retirement of 20 Blackhawks until 2021 to enable the Army to develop a special operations role capable MRH 90 on December of 2021. The S-70 A9 Blackhawks were retired from the service on the same day, aimed issues with the performance of the Blackhawks. Um, they had Blackhawks in Brazil, Canada, China, Colombia, Israel, Mexico, Philippines, uh, Poland, Slovakia, Sweden, South Korea, Taiwan, Turkey, Ukrainian, United States. So there's a lot with the Black Hawk. The UH-60 entered service with the U.S. Army's 1,101st Combat Aviation Brigade of the 101st Airborne Division in June of 1979. So in 1979, the U.S. military first used the Black Hawk UH-60 in combat during the invasion of Grenada in 1983, and again in the invasion of Panama in 1989. During the Gulf War in 1991, the UH-60 participated in the largest air assault mission in U.S. Army history with over 300 helicopters involved. The two UH-60s were shot down both on February of 27th of February 1991 while performing combat search and rescue of other downed air crews. An F-16 pilot and the crew of medevac UH-1 that were shot down earlier that day as well. In 1993, Blackhawks featured in the Battle of Mogadishu in Somalia, during which two Black Hawk helicopters were shot down. Black Hawks also saw action in Balkans and Haiti in the 1990s. The U.S. UH-60s and other helicopters conducted many air assaults and support missions during the 2003 invasion of Iraq. The UH-60 has continued to serve in operation in Afghanistan and Iraq, um, bringing all the Blackhawks to Iran or Iraq and Afghanistan. And so you've got so much there. Customs and Border Protection Office of Air and Marine uses the UH-60 in its operations specifically along the southwest border. Black Hawk has been used by OAM to illegal entry into the U.S. Additionally, OAM regularly uses the UH-60 in search and rescue operations. Highly modified H-60s were employed during the special operations missions, uh, mission that resulted in the death of Osama bin Laden. During Operation Neptune Spear on May of 2011, one such MH-60 and a backup Chinook um, with remain. Two MH-47s were used for the mission's refuel to the MH-60 helicopters. Um, Chinese military access to the wreckage of the crash stealth UH-60 variant of Ban. Pakistan and China denied the reports of the U.S. government. It did not confirm Chinese across. Um, additional Blackhawks, additional Blackhawks were always variant to most of the Blackhawk helicopters that they have. Like I said, there's so many different Blackhawks. Australia had their own version of the Blackhawk helicopter. Um, it is a just one of those flying machines, that I think is just spectacular and great helicopters. Next to the Chinook, the Chinook is another one that is a great helicopter. If you don't know what a Chinook is, you have the rotor up in the front, you have the rotor in the back. So it kind of looks like a banana, but it is a very unique looking helicopter. Um, as we participate in what most helicopters are used for. UH-60C Black Hawk modified versions of the command and control missions and the CH-60E purposed troop transport variant for the U.S. Marine Corps. So that's going to be a way for the Black Hawk helicopters engaging with the special purpose of the Black Hawks were used in many different ways. The UH-60A with modified electrical systems and stations for two electronic systems missions operators. All examples of type have been converted back to standard UH-60A configurations. Different models of the Black Hawk uh, are, like I said, uh, were flown to Iran, to Iraq many years, and stuff like that. The Black Hawk UH-60A model, modified for special radar and avionics, installs ins- installation, prototype, and um, for standoff target uh, systems for the Black Hawk. Now the EH-60 Black Hawk UH-68 modified with special electronics, equipment, and external antenna, all examples of type of have been taken back to the standard UH-68. No official name assigned UH-60L, modified with additional mission electron equipped for Army Airborne with the Black Hawk and with the Black Hawks, that are flying in today's world. It's just great helicopters. Um, the Black Hawk um, have has a lot of different versions of Black Hawks. Uh, like I said, they're different. You're expecting or anticipating different Black Hawk helicopters, and I think it's like I said, there's like many different um, stuff with the Black Hawk helicopters, which gives the uh, Black Hawk pilots a great chance of flying. From 1981 to 1987, five Black Hawks crashed, killing or injuring all on board while flying near radio broadcast towers because their electromagnetic emissions distributed the helicopter's flight control systems. The Black Hawk helicopters were not hardened against high intense radiated fields, contrary to the SH Seahawk Navy version. So the Navy has had, like I said, the Navy had Black Hawks too that were called the SH-60 Seahawks Navy version. The pilots were instructed to fly away from emitters and in the long-term shielding was increased and backup with um, systems were installed. So, like I said, there was a Seahawk, which is the same version as the Black Hawk, but it's the Navy version of the Black Hawk. It's called Seahawk. On the 29th July 1992, one Australian Army Black Hawk collided into terrain near OK Army Aviation Center, killing two occupants. That killed two people in that incident. On the 3rd of March 1994, a UH-60 helicopter of the 15th Fighter Wing Republic of Korea Air Force exploded above Yongjin, Geo Nagi, killing all six personnel on board. Among those killed was General or Chu Kong-hae, then chief of the air staff of South Korea. So they've had multiple accidents with those. On 14th of April 1994, which is I think today's date is the 14th, and you've literally been saying for days. On 14, I think today's date is for April 14th, 1994. Two U.S. Army UH-60 Blackhawks in northern Iraq were shot down in a friendly fire incident by U.S. Air Force F-15s. F-15 fighter jets patrolling the northern non-fly zone that had been imposed after the 1991 Gulf War, in which all 26 crew and passengers were killed. The pilots of the U.S. Air Force F-15s uh, identified the U.S. Army Black Hawk helicopters as enemy Me-27 Hind helicopters on the 12th of June of 1996. Two Australian Army Black Hawk collided during an Army Nightmare Special Forces counter uh, exercise, resulting in death of 18 soldiers, 15 members of the SASR, and 3 from the 5th Aviation Regiment. On 12th of February 2001, two Blackhawks from uh, Barracks, Hawaii collided during NVG formation flight training, causing the lose of both aircraft, 60 deaths and 11 soldiers. So that's everything about the Black Hawk helicopter you see. Um, we do think that the Black Hawk is a very popular aircraft, and I think that the Black Hawk is known as one of the best. Let's see. What else do we got about the Black Hawk here? We do appreciate you guys very much for being here. And thank you all for tuning in. We do have a lot in our mind with Blackhawks and all sorts of good stuff here. This is a just a little bit of presentation of the Blackhawk helicopter. Um, so, like I said, there's all sorts of kind of different helicopters. I mean, for Blackhawks. So, if anybody has any questions, if anybody has questions right at this time about the Blackhawk, let me know. Feel free to put me in chat here. Put in chat. If anybody's new to the channel, thank you very much. If anybody has questions about the Black Hawk helicopter, let me know. I will be more than happy to take your um, comments. So at this time, does anybody have any questions about the Black Hawk or anything? Mm-hmm. Does anybody have any questions about the Black Hawk or anything? All right, fans. Thank you guys very much for tuning in. Everybody, we'll see you tomorrow for our next presentation. Catch you guys later. You all have a good one. See you later. See you tomorrow, guys.